Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for April 24th, 2020. With Governor Ron DeSantis' Reopen Florida Task Force Executive Committee now fully assembled, it seems the governor is already in talks with Walt Disney World executives in order to spearhead a plan for the reopening of businesses across Florida. The special committee is tasked with figuring out a timetable on when the local parks like Walt Disney World will be able to reopen, and they met Wednesday to determine the first potential steps. The task force will be determining gradual reopening steps for the state, which is considered to be approaching phase one of the White House's three-phase reopening guidelines. Also under consideration is the notion of opening to local and state residents first, then national and international visitors. Final recommendations will be sent in by the end of the week for the governor to review. As data surrounding the ongoing health crisis is continuously updated, the situation surrounding it keeps changing, and with the latest projection models now stating that the earliest date social distancing may be possible in Florida is June 14th. This is a marked delay from the previous June 1st estimations of when people might be able to go back outside with those social distancing guidelines in order. According to the Institute of Health, Metrics, and Evaluations from the University of Washington, a new color-coded map of the United States shows Florida under the grade indicating a June 8th or later for relaxed social distancing. California is listed as May 18th to May 24th threshold. It's implied that the relaxed social distancing is contingent on contamination strategies that include testing, contact tracing, isolation, and limiting gathering sizes. Whether the states will follow medical models or financial predictions to decide on reopening dates is still unknown. Walt Disney World Resort has now removed park hours through May 16th on their website, as well as in total on the My Disney Experience app. You can't even find park hours anymore. So currently no hours are listed on the website from today through May 16th. The first set of hours available, as you might guess, Sunday, May 17th. Do note that this is not indicative of a new potential reopening date. And remember that new reservations are only being accepted for travel starting on June 1st or later. With all Walt Disney World Resort, including its water parks, still closed, events like the upcoming Moonlight Magic at Typhoon Lagoon are being shuffled around to accommodate a delayed reopening. According to DVC News, registration for the events, which are scheduled to take place on June 17th and 24th, are currently on hold, with registration to be moved to a later date. While these specific Moonlight Magic events aren't canceled, a recent email was sent out to members informing them of canceled events on April 21st, 28th, and May 4th. Other Moonlight Magic evenings that may still be salvageable include June 29th at Epcot, for which registration is currently on hold. Disneyland Resort has also completely removed park hours through May 16th on their website, as well as on the Disneyland app. Through May 16th, the parks are listed as closed, with schedule unavailable showing through June 4th. Currently, no park hours are listed today through June 4th, with no date showing any available hours. New reservations at Disneyland as well are only being accepted for travel starting on June 1st or later. Much like Walt Disney World, select essential cast members remain carrying out necessary duties across the Disneyland Resort, like ride maintenance and landscaping, to ensure that the parks are in tip-top shape for their eventual reopening. Among those overseeing the parks during the closure is Disneyland Resort President Rebecca Campbell, currently took to her Instagram to share an inside look at Disneyland Park and California Adventure. Campbell accompanied her mini photo tour with the following caption, quote, "Happy Earth Day. I was at the resort yesterday to check on the cast. I was walking the parks. I had to stop a few times and acknowledge how beautiful it still looks. I wanted to share a few photos with you." On Sunday, April 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, the Haunted Orange County Facebook page will stream a virtual live event titled Living Legends of the Haunted Mansion. The event will be hosted by the voice of Mickey Mouse himself, Brett Ewan, as he showcases none other than the work of Disney legend Bob Gurr and former Imagineer Tania Norris. Throughout, Gurr and Norris will share spooktacular tales pertaining to the classic dark ride, as well as personal experiences with Walt Disney himself. You can sign up for the event reminders at facebook.com/hauntedorangecounty. Disneyland Paris postponed their Pride 2020 festivities due to the ongoing outbreak. However, yesterday, both the official Disneyland Paris Twitter and Disneyland Paris Pride Instagram, the park announced the official date for the now 2021 event has been set for Saturday, June 12th. And more details are said to follow soon. Seeing as this date was announced rather than a postponement for the 2020 Pride, we can assume that Disneyland Paris's 2020 event is likely canceled. At Shanghai Disney Resort, new photos show various ground markings and signage installed along the security checkpoints for the resort. Signs show guests where and where not to stand in order to maintain social distancing at all times within the queues. Additional reports from @Gourmety show that testing within indoor theaters took place this week at Shanghai Disneyland. Cast members and their guests were seated at every other row, with each party separated by a few seats in order to maintain their distance. Testing also took place yesterday for parades and shows. However, details on how guests will be distanced for parades and nighttime spectacular shows have still yet to be released. So far, character dining has resumed at Lumiere's Kitchen at the Shanghai Disneyland Hotel, and we've seen the use of expanded health QR code evaluations at all resort venues that are open. The Walt Disney Company has seen a whirlwind month within the market, getting outperformed by Netflix, only to gain advantage shortly after the White House's announcement for a phased reopening of businesses to potentially begin in May. But now S&P Global Ratings has downgraded the Walt Disney Company's credit from an A to an A- due to concerns over the ongoing effects of the pandemic. Given the company's reliance on its theme parks, government-imposed social distancing and consumer concerns about attending public events will further delay the recovery of a rather large sector of the company. Lower theme park attendance in the coming months and years means the company could potentially recover at a slower rate than the overall global economy. Disney's debt load is expected to climb over the next 2 years, leveling out at some point in 2022. To date, the company has accrued $13 billion in debt and credit agreements in order to mitigate the financial effects of closing down its parks and the film studio. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of News Today with WDW News Today. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Stay safe, everybody.